maybe you didn't recognize, but we recognize from the outside there are more parallels with your bands, your records, and you personally than you could think of.
This should be interesting. All right.
Let's start out with personal things. Is that you having your record out both? You 1 year ago. You got sober again. You got sober again. You're married. You're married. You got kids. You got kids.
Broke up before this record, like the Tarsus records for both bands.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
And there's something very special about it.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense to me. I mean, as far as to me, as far as getting to the point of breaking up and then becoming sober it makes sense a lot, because it almost takes like a real slap in the face to kind of realize where you are.
My behavior on the road showed up at home, and my wife put an end to it. She said, "You're not a good influence on our children, and you're certainly not the person I'd like to be around." And she threw me out of the house.
And what is important in your life, or what you're grateful for, even if you've got many facets of your life, but I've always been searching for family, my whole life.
James came from a very strict background and grew up in a suburb of Los Angeles, Downey, Norwalk area.
My dad left at 13, and my mom passed on when I was 16. Like, what's going on? Everyone's just leaving me.
And, Metallica's been a family for me growing up, even though I'm still, I've got my own family now and a car club and all these kind of things. I really like that kind of brotherhood and unity. And when it wasn't working out, I didn't know what to do.
After 14 years of headbanging, Metallica bassist Jason Newsted has quit the band, citing, quote, private and personal reasons. Metallica's management had no comment when asked by MTV News if there's a replacement waiting in the wings, but the band is still scheduled to begin recording a new album this spring.
And that sent me into just strange places. But for me, the alcohol had a lot to do with my unclarity and my behavior.
You say you're telling me what to play right now. You're telling me you should play with what Kirk's doing, and I'm telling you it's stock.
All you want to do is pick a fucking fight, and
I don't want to pick a fight.
You're just sitting there going, I'm in a really pissy mood, and
I fucking told you straight up that I was. And what are you trying to do?
I'm not trying to do fucking shit. You're just sitting there being a complete dick.
I was straight up with you, and I told you I'm in a shit mood, and what have you been doing? Fucking picking at me all night.
And it wasn't easy to be around, Yeah. And now that I'm somewhat clear, it's tougher for me to be around those same people when they stay in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, because you see how just nowhere it is. It's like dude, I've been down this one-way streets hundreds and hundreds of times. It doesn't look any different, and you don't go anywhere, but for me, yeah, and then coming together with the record, with a newfound love for what I do and who's there at the time to do it with you, that's a pretty big deal, But still, the band could be gone tomorrow. Something could happen where it just doesn't work out. But at least I know I've done my part to do my best in making it happen. Be really proud of St. Anger.
Absolutely.
It's something you can relate.
Having the support from band, it was just amazing. It was like being born again.
The big machine started rolling again.
No, absolutely. There's definitely a catharsis and, finding yourself again and kind of getting rid of the pollution, because, it was to the point where the only thing I wanted to do was go out and drink, and here I was, back together with the band, and I was just kind of, pardon the vernacular, I was wiping my ass with it, and I didn't even realize it. It got so bad, I had cab companies programmed into my phone, so if I couldn't find a ride to the bar, I had a ride to the bar, so, honestly, it gets that bad that you don't see it until somebody just kind of goes, look, and once I saw that, and once I really started looking at it, I was just like, holy shit, this is real. I didn't want it to be real, and I think that's why I kept the cycle going, you know. So once I cleared that away, everything started becoming very clear to me. It's like, okay, well, this is what I want. This is what I've always wanted, you know. This is, you know, I've got a family that I've been, you know, fairly unavailable to for a while, you know, and that's when it really picks up, and that's when you really start seeing it. And you know, before that, it was just all about when am I going to be done so I can go out? When am I going to be done so I can go drink? You know, and once you get rid of that, man, the priorities, absolutely, they come to the surface, and I haven't looked back. You know, I mean, you know, we talked a little bit about it. I mean, it's you know, you watch other people drinking, and it's like, you know, the camaraderie of it, it's kind of in the back of your mind going, yeah, I remember those times, but then all of a sudden you flash to the bad times, and you're like, you know what? Absolutely not. You know, there's no way I'll ever want to go down that road again, because it's not worth it.